because they refuse to work or mix the chemical of the cosmic. Into omo akasa create omo de. Into mo so mo bo mpa ya ma bone asa da. Those who don't want money to end, na enko ne papa mu no, omo no mu deda mo ano, a mo so mo. Into this is what you see this 3D world. The more we claim we are getting closer to God, the more I get drifting away. Which God are we talking about? The God within. We are all sleepers. The three senses they allowed. Say you use until you 3D world, 3-dimensional world. So our dimensions, some of them are now blocky. Africa for the I can't tell. Because what is called love, we don't have, and that's the third one. That should tell you the level. Say CA as we speak. No ma reverse cosmic order no ti bibia omo dane ne basa na mu protect the entity, which will guarantee that when they become negative entities they will forever be negative. Omo person omo besesa nti no na we protect as a Christian all the people that who are holding worship maduma amoye no enu niemu na mo say wiase. When people become power drunk they can change anything. 92. What's na kunyane so 7 times. Wo yare. Wo muti. Kotena si no obi nyebi. What tam country ni na de akoma strangers. Ebi na sankrofo ye nti wo ye Kristo ni fraternity bi a wo mu in the name of worship. This is what you are doing to the world. Hey, they must establish their own system that is a reverse of the natural cosmic order, which will guarantee that when they become negative entities, they will forever be negative. They don't want to go according to the cosmic law. Almost the same bibia. Na so mo mi mbisa ye ho. Se bribi wo wi ase we mu eni awie ya na. Because bibia wa hyase bia wa awie ye nti. No mo de omo si omo mpa awie ye ba bi omo te no. Ekwa na omo betene nti because bibia hyase ye negative from akola ya wo no from a dua efifi na hyase na ye negative. Sometimes you don't even emfaso mpo e woso. Okoto asase sesi ya na esi ho a mfaso e woso. Ade se wesi dan na siso awie ansa wamu ti bibia hyase ye negative ebenyi ya na abeda ne positive ba nkrofo wei omo se omo mpe so omo negative no omo be positive omo mpe enti no omo create omo wiase e no omo team. They are the reason for reincarnation, and I have told you because they don't want nothing to end. And na mo ayere mo ho e na mo protect na mo wia na mo abeka kire yen say mo nji reincarnation di but mo say Elijah and e back e be ye John the Baptist onyame mbisa mo ankasa asem. Also, one of the best ways for them to stay negative eternally is to harvest energy from humans. That is what you people do in the church. You make people cry. You make people feel vulnerable. You said the amode ye nsesi abokromo mu di fear atu bebia into accident. Strange things are happening to us because of fear. Amode ato ho. Fear na mu projecting so nyanse bia nhye dan nimu sa. Wankasa wo se nkom you fear problem ni ho. Wankasa kwasa o yale na agina ho. So what to ho so a the wheel, the bruku, the mahama. Oh, bonny did you man choke you? Me pominja, I saw no, I was why I come to your mamma. Come me chrem what? I was near. Oh, spiritual hour, what? You discuss it, Arihabi and the order of Melchizedek. Part 2 of the 3 faces of Jesus. And when you discuss Mama 1, Mama 2, baby or mufri, Juma or Mudi yenina, who shall same way anything. They harvest energy from people. So when sports is happening, all sort of episodes we've done about celebrity stardom, energy harvesting, movies, all these things. Me straw, energy. That is how they survive. Now Christianity, one of the biggest medical cake became sassy a honum and na omo a dinkrofo energy wo. That is why they hugged a particular ancient Hebrew race and attacked their genetic code so that they can't rise beyond the negative gods or rulers or Elohims. This is why Africa is like this. So wo hwe me a na se wo ye sofo a me ne wo hwan na ye brunsam. Me say se wo hwe me na wo project anything worship telling the people say me ye brunsam me ne wo upon hearing this me no hwan na ye brunsam dia emma me ahotoso ne say some of them know what I'm talking about. A lot of them have come to this realization because I am near Binumo Kasa and they tell me the church really need this knowledge, but the fraternity is difficult. They know they changed the genetic code of these humans to always worship. My gene of ISIS. Minu black people, when are you going to wake up to this truth? When? You kill everybody that will wake up to this truth. You just kill them. Some of these things, some of this knowledge when they get to me, now I get derailed. I get depressed. I feel so sorry for Africans, especially the full-grown men with bald heads, educated, defending this tumor. And calling me all sorts of names. I don't understand you. Don't understand me. You did there. They implanted a worship gene into them. I've done this too. Gene of ISIS. Which means, so far as these humans worship, they are guaranteed their negative energies to remain in the negative frequencies for as long as humans exist. At least, can we at least investigate this? Why are we so wicked to ourselves? You bet me beside your home same way. Say, this is why we are so wicked. Because we Africans there, we are not threat to anybody like I told you last week. Why have we become so wicked? Only pani nimpa says anya or sewu just said your campo and we've become so wicked. Now we kill. Africans have become so wicked. We are sure say chip is not there because anything worship, this is what it does. And you can make your research. At least, can we work on this? Can we work on this? There is nothing like worship because at the end of the day, in the Garden of Eden, that is where the whole Bible world, started. Where did you see them worshiping Jesus or God? Maame God. Onye so mbeka se minim. Mo amusi Jesus na na God. And so when you say Jesus and God, they are trying to differentiate it. Such confused fraternity. I am asking you that in the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve were there, where did you see them worshiping whatever? According to Genesis, God was visiting them. He was having relationship with them. Where did you see them worshiping God? Tell us. Where did you see Jesus saying you should worship him? These simple things you don't want to. Where did worship nefi? Because Bible aka o say Yesu obaye e de na brabo ne be serve ye. O de be serve nipa. Ehifa pa na worship nefiri munim niamo ye. Musku amakọ nyina me na muhu. Me ne mo ye wo bi ka. Ye te so wa ha. Changing the genetic codes of people means their DNA is no longer that of gods. They become lesser than gods. That is why you were a sheep. I am not. Because when they change your DNA, they change you. You are no longer a god. You become a lesser god. That is why you worship. I've told you this. God will never worship God. It doesn't work like that. You become a lesser god. Because with DNA, they become lesser than gods. And they become like new species created by the negative energies. You people, this is who you are. This is the difference between me and you. I am a god. You people are sheep. You are lesser gods now. That's why you worship. If you don't understand worship, I'm defining it from all angles to you so you can think. If you think I am mad, it's okay. But I see you and I don't know the name to give you because I can't decode you. So their fake world will not end. And that is what you are protecting. We have belittled ourselves. I have said this multiple times that God can never worship a God. Because your DNA is no longer the DNA of God's. That's why they call you a sheep. I am not. Why are you forcing me? When you stop talking about me, I will shut and move. I'm trying to tell you, I know what I'm about. Tell me all these evidences I'm giving you, it doesn't make sense. And you know, uncles, deep down inside my kidney, until you reduce to a slave or an animal, you are a god. And you cannot bow to anything. You cannot bow to anything. Because the Bible itself has told you. So take dominion over everything, including demons, angels, everything, everything. So what are you worshiping? You are worshiping whatever because you became animal, a lesser god. Your DNA is taken away from you. You worship as a slave or a sheep. Simple. I told you this on time with Maame Grace. When you bow to a mirror, you are done. But in the part of this editorial, I said the first depiction of Jesus or the first Christ experience was a divine 12 consciousness energy. We can't catch the thought where he came from. That came to repair that error in our genetic coding and restore a gateway back to consciousness so that he established the first covenant of mortal ascension for these 12-dimensional people or original Hebrews. Africans. Africans. Are we Africans? Or the Baha style, no, a changing your DNA. Where are we standing? We don't even know ourselves. Even if a being from the 12th dimension will come by force, open the portal by force, and stretch the hand by force to help an African. African is bowing with the face down on the ground. How can he see his help? This is where we are. All the teachings surrounding the temple or sphere of Amentis and the genetic code correction by the Atlantean entity taught was turned into symbolic manuscripts and teachings for mystery schools. When I started the mystery school as American, people think it's a joke. They started talking about it. Have you been there? When you say, now I have left you guys. These teachings evolved into the order of Melchizedek, where people are initiated into the teaching in order to prepare them for higher ascension by the sphere of Amentis. You call Melchizedek in the church. What's the meaning of that? This is open knowledge. Everything I'm doing today is open knowledge. There's nothing like download. If there is download, I will tell you. This Jesus issue, that is creating a whole lot in Africa. As if a man should not die and end and recycle. Has gotten us to... this name has gotten us through a whole lot. This means when people ascend, they will not give their energies to the archons and their partners. This is why you people don't want us to know about ascension. You can never ascend when you refuse to focus on yourself, but you are focusing on Yahweh. Because Yahweh is lower than you. Machiro baby or Mufi, the council of Elohim, they are from the 9th dimension. This is open knowledge, find out. And your ascended masters or your brothers who didn't come through to this mechanism is at the 12th dimension. To who obibini, tiemiye who obibini. Who obibini. One this Elohim ya waswa bo wudi ehu egu asase so wo worship ya wo protect no. Who obibini. Yahweh nafenu. Bisau, Yahweh nafenu. This is what you people hate to hear. We dey here. Akwebi awebi YouTube. For 10 years. Only one subscriber mpo. Or say, Maame wata so mame. Say, ewiye mbre na aba no. Me be misleading crofo. Me nim say me misleading crofo de akone yefunu doncho na ebo na enum na. Se megyae ko. Se me de me 9 nante form se me so obi mu 100 na ma siu ni se sa na me school project is huge. Enti no on pesa wo be ascend na wo de wo energies ni na ma ono ene ne partners ni are recycle so that their world will not end. In the negative energies realm to exist eternally. That is their world. This 3D world na yetim no a negative energy world. It's a prison for Menewo. We don't belong here. And even where you are praying to go to, the 9th dimension, anybody at all can go there, but you, a black man, you are beyond that dimension. I want you to think if you are watching me. So they decided to copy the entire format of the being coming from the 12-dimensional consciousness to put their DNA as part of the codes for ascension in the sphere of Amentis and duplicate teachings and mystery schools for the imitation of the order of Melchizedek. Someone who do man for you. So, who worship na attractive wa. Entina ye binum kasa Bible ni ye history. Okay, you can think like that, but me person would say a duplication of your thing. And then they say, but no. This is how the second Jesus was mimicked by the alien gods and framed as a teacher who came to challenge Rome's empire. This is it. This is the issue. They will mention that Bible ni history near they have zero knowledge. It's a distorted thing. And they work on duplicate unlimited BBR to create their own world. They talk about it. Say Bible ni dia. This is why they feel. Say dia. Duplicate. Minia. Duplicate. A Christopher what I can say original niwa and fake imba. Oh, it's true. Original anyway. Everything we are seeing, including the world we are living in, is fake. How many people can take their time and download it? There are people who saw this truth and tried to challenge it. People have gone through a whole lot for us. According to legends, this Jesus is the one they formed from breeding an alien god and daughter of a Nephilim human. After what I say, contradictions. They called him Joshua, who started teaching and imitating people into the order of Melchizedek. And yes, Nkrofo nim dia make you. Nkrofo nim but the programming. Even when they find out the truth, they use it in this same cancerous way. Nkrofo nimo ade amike. The catchers are mean quantum nima a trockesia and nim. Especially these bishops, grandparents, and grandfathers. They know this truth. What is holding them? I can't tell. And these same people are praying for evil to stop. It's not possible. How? How is that possible? Never. What brings sin is what you people are promoting and protecting. This Jesus is perfect for the counsel of Elohim because he was able to duplicate all the layout of original consciousness and began teaching and challenging the Roman system, which was part of the plan of the rulers to create a one world dominated by male gods. His words rattled the power structure. These beings, as I told you the other time, they move with the earth frequency and move with the consciousness of the people. Inti era bia wo beduru hono no waye ready obemma wade a wo pese wo follow na wa start here follow someone with spirituality abeye sisi a wo krom ha era no na e blow sanframa no inti so bi duplicate bibi sisi a obenya nkrofo aye den e follow sa na Melchizedek issue no eno so sote because to me make the original Jesus number 1 na me dem last week no, but his mission was interrupted, his life targeted, because the teaching of his new Jesus avatar was clearly seeking to replace the royals of Rome with a new bloodline and a new generation of gods who are led by a male godhead. Inti anyomude tie enkrofo hu sa truth ya yeken ebi challenge ye ebi so be hie mu china ba mpesa me kire wo say ni nyina na it's all about Africans omo prepare ho bloodline restoration. The Yane said the main people who are supposed to focus on this are focusing on what is below them. And when somebody decides to talk about it, they will never allow. So this ninth dimensional consciousness Jesus became a target, and they wanted to kill and crucify him. That's why I'm asking you, which of the Jesus are you calling at all? Which one is talking to you? You read this every day as a pastor. Asafo mpanimfo and a Romanfo, we hear this all the time. Asafo mpanimfo no and asafo mpanimfo no, wo hwe Bible ma kasa e wo ma do so pa ye asafo mpanimfo. This is the second Jesus. Obe challenge Romanfo. But omo do no, sa 9 dimensional beings no do no, because to me make ade no right.